everybody, I'm Adele, it's just me, and we're back again for another video. Today, I'm going to be making some gingerbread cookies. It is Christmas Eve, so December 23rd, and I thought, why not? 'Tis the season to make cookies. So, I'm going to make gingerbread cookies. Yesterday was a whole endeavor. I tried to find some gingerbread man cookie cutouts. Needless to say, I could not find any, except this one giant one from Target that is kind of like a gingerbread man puzzle. Whatever. So we're gonna use that. Hopefully I got all the ingredients I needed, but yeah, let's get those. Alright, we have everything, I think. Okay, let's get started. We're starting with 3/4 cups of unsalted butter in a pan. I just cut my butter into smaller chunks so it's gonna melt faster. But yeah, that's gonna melt down at medium-low heat. And then I'm gonna add in the spices. All right, the butter has melted down, so I'm going to add my brown sugar. This is 3/4 a cup of brown sugar. Then I'll add molasses. We have a teaspoon of salt. Two teaspoons of cinnamon, two teaspoons of ginger, and 1/4 teaspoon of allspice. Now we're gonna mix. Now that everything has been nicely warmed together, it's all broken up, I'm going to take it off the heat and pour it in a bowl. Alright, here I have 2 bowls, a larger bowl, a smaller bowl, and I'm gonna pour the molasses mixture in here. I'm gonna let this cool a little bit more because I'm gonna add an egg to that and I don't want it to scramble. So while this cools, I'm gonna get my smaller bowl and mix my dry ingredients. All right, so a teaspoon of baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. And then topping it off with 3.5 cups of flour. Just gonna mix that together. Here's my egg. I'm just gonna crack that and beat it in as fast as I can so that it doesn't scramble. Don't worry, no shell is in it. Okay, now I'm going to add the flour to the molasses. It's coming together nicely. There we go. All right. I think we're good. So there's the finished mix. So now I'm gonna divide the dough in 2, put it on this plastic wrap, and refrigerate it for at least an hour. Yay. So part one of making gingerbread cookies is done. Now I'm gonna clean up all the stuff that I used and yeah, wait. Okay, it has been like 3-ish hours, something like that. And I'm about to head back downstairs and finish the cookies. I'm doing this clip up here because my mom is sleeping downstairs in the living room, which is right by the kitchen. So I don't want to talk a bunch and wake her up. But yeah, the rest of this is going to be voiceover, just so I'm not talking while I'm down there. But let's get to it. Alright, the gingerbread has firmed up now, so I am getting some flour so that it doesn't stick to the rolling pin and just going to roll it out. I rolled it to about 1/4 of an inch thickness. I mean, I didn't measure it, but that's what it said. And now I'm using my wonderful cookie cutter to cut out the gingerbread pin. I also have this little cookie cutter. It says it's a gnome, but I'm using it as like a Santa hat face kind of thing. But you'll see once I ice them. Alright, here they are, all finished and cut out, ready to be put in the oven. They're going in at 350 for about 6 to 8 minutes, and I'm using foil just because we didn't have any paper, but if you have parchment paper, that would be better. Here they are out of the oven, a beautiful golden brown, not too burnt, and ready to be frosted. Here I'm making the icing real quick. There are measurements for it. I didn't follow any measurements. I just added in like the ingredients that are needed and mix it together until I had the consistency I want. It's not hard at all. Just sugar, vanilla, and some milk to loosen it up. And then finally, I put the icing into a little plastic bag, snipped off the end, and piped on the icing. So the gingerbread man was easy because it had like little dips where the icing would go. And I mean, even if they weren't there, it would have been fine. Just make a face and some buttons, you know? Simple stuff. As for the supposed gnomes, I just put like Santa hats and a beard instead because that makes more sense for Christmas time than a gnome head or whatever it was supposed to be. I don't know, but I did my best to make it go with a Christmas theme. Here's the final result. Okay, the cookies are done. I literally just bit one. So good. But yeah, they turned out pretty good. They're not as chewy as I expected them to be, but they're not like crunchy. So I'm still happy with them. But yay! Finished my gingerbread cookies. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and come back for another video. Bye. Thumbnail. Maybe.